Hello, today we're looking at how we pull our paper packs together. So a themed paper pack, in this case floral, inspired by this lovely tissue paper, quite a lot of colors and a tiny little butterfly, and I've separated the board in two with the ruler. Paper packs I often make more than one, similar but never the same, as some of the vintage pieces can't be duplicated. Our starting point in this instance will be a selection of vintage paper, botanicals, some seed catalogues, drawings, beautiful wildflower guides, some Edith Holden of course, and some vintage encyclopedia pages. For journaling, and especially junk journaling, as far as possible, we try to add a double page to make the eventual binding much easier. Then we had some fun stuff, some ephemera in the color choice, some old playing cards, bingo cards, some stamp covers, a little floral stamp. Then we had some stamps. These are like little artworks themselves. They'll either be matched to theme or to color. Next step is some floral or theme general usage. Papers, envelopes, cards, anything that makes a journal more interesting. We'll add some vintage correspondence, in this case postcards. This one's from 1968, sent in Austria, and this one was sent from Italy. And then we need doilies, which brings us to this lovely drawer filled with vintage handwork. Don't feel bad for Granny's doilies. These are all fragments. The rest of them had major condition issues or had to be checked to within an inch of their lives, and they are very happy to have a new life in your journal. They also get some paper friends, and this one's another little printed one. This is dyed and stenciled. This one's textured and a bit puffy, and then a silver rose one. We need bags, we need tags, also dyed and stenciled, some textured bags which will get some floral stamping on them, a little gift box, and a little thin plastic bag which adds a nice bit of crunch and see-through. I've taken the ruler away because the paper party was just getting too big. Some general floral papers. Who doesn't like a bit of decoupage? Some vintage Japanese serviettes with a fine rose border and something a little bit bolder. It's getting so florally in here that even the bees and snails came to visit. But these are little hand-punched snails and bees from floral vellum, so these work well to tie up your journal. Some floral embellishments of paper, including this little felt one that goes flat for packaging and then rolls up into a bit of a rosette. And then it's time to embellish. There's some flat-backed pulls, there's some vintage buttons, some vintage millinery flowers, everything you need to make your page extra special. We're back to adding. After the embellishments come probably my favorite, the haberdashery items. So there'll always be some vintage laces and trims, ribbons, a little bit of bling, nice floral design, some fabrics. Look at this beautiful embroidered one, all in the theme. Also get some stickers, so we're adding some beautiful washi flakes. sort of watercolored ones. There's some organic ones, stickers. We're adding some die cuts, more stickers, a bookmark, some tags, some vintage die cuts, some cigarette cards, some vintage index cards, some gardening cards as ephemera, some background papers, some tags, some more papers, flower explosions, some frames, some scrapbook papers, some lovely decorated wax wrap, big sheets of handmade paper, some designer wallpaper. And then, after this massive floral explosion, we take a step back and we say, what even happened here? And we add some florals because we love you so much. So, in short, our paper packs are crammed with vintage papers, some vintage ephemera, some vintage inspired papers, some designer, either fabric or wallpaper, some handmade items, some haberdashery items to be upcycled, but always in a theme. These paper packs are real value for money. They set you up to make a beautiful journal or any paper project that you set out to do. And remember, we make custom packs with custom themes suited to your budget. And then lastly, we wrap it up in paper for you to use. Our packaging is largely plastic free, reusable, also sometimes recycled because we love paper. And we also don't always show everything that is in a paper pack because otherwise it wouldn't feel like you're a kid opening a lucky packet. Ready to go and be wrapped up. We are also using some old architectural student drawings, hand-drawn, for stiffening and as part of our packaging. And then lastly, thank you for everyone's support, for ordering, for taking the time to watch, to comment, and to look at our pages, Facebook and Instagram. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do what we love, which is finding old paper, finding beautiful things for your working environment, and making them accessible to you.